the chandelier, from the chandelier.
It's awful.
I'm gonna fly, gone, cause it's a Pokemon. It's a flying Pokemon. I'm gonna swing from the chandelier, from the chandelier. Hello everyone, welcome back to Goof Place episode 2.
Yeah.
The second episode of our podcast. I'm Fisherman Chris, and with me is...
I am Cowgirl Charlie. Yeah.
And today is a very special episode, because it's the Pokemon episode.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
We've got a lot of
Charlie.
things to talk about.
What's the plan?
So, the
Cowgirl?
first half of this podcast is going to be just me and Chris, and we'll get onto what we're talking about in that later. And then in the second half, we've got a very exciting special guest coming in, one Mr. WattStreamz.
Before that, thank you for the support on the previous episode. We are back for episode 2, and we're gonna start our first ever Goof Place weekly segment.
So the question is, Chris, what has been your goof of the week? How have you goofed up, or you've seen someone else goof up a bit?
Oh goodness, how have I goofed up this week?
Should we pause ourselves for a minute to think about it, and then I can cut it out? Because I can't think of anything.
So my goof of the week, there's been a goof. It's a minor goof, minor oopsies even. So do you know double cream? Yeah.
Yes.
Double cream.
That's a weird way to start a story, but okay.
You know double cream.
Double cream.
Have you ever spilt double cream before?
Yeah, it's tragic.
It's like a paste, and it spreads, and you can't like wipe it up; it just stays. So my goof of the week was a couple of days ago, and I was putting something in the fridge, and the whole pot of double cream poured into the fridge by accident.
Oh no! Did any of it freeze over?
No, it was okay. It was fine. I had to wash up the bacon. So it was a sealed pack of bacon that I put in the washing up and brushed off.
That is not a sentence you hear every day. I had to wash up the bacon.
But if you've ever like spilled double cream before, it like I don't think it's dissolvable in water, which means it kind of just stays, and then when you wipe it up, it just spreads.
Yeah.
So that happens.
Kind of like how oil doesn't really clean up with water. You have to have soap with it.
It also made me realise I probably shouldn't ever eat double cream again, because if it spreads like that, what do you think it looks like inside your intestines? Just spreads all over it.
I don't want to think about that.
Charlie, what's your goofage of the week?
I'm definitely going to need a minute to think about it.
Many hours later.
So, my goof of the week happened yesterday. I was doing a big clean of the apartment, and the disgusting bit is I was cleaning the loo, so I'd put some bleach in the loo, and I was going at it with the toilet brush. And I've seen this little trick of, like, when you're done doing that, you can, like, hold the toilet brush under the flush to clean that off, and then use, like, the lid and seat of the toilet to hold the toilet brush up so it dries off afterwards. It's pretty clever, right?
Okay. Yeah,
I was doing that, and what I didn't realise was that this toilet brush I was using was a little bit loose, and it had like a screw off cap, and the actual brush part of it fell in, and I was wearing gloves, and I had to like reach in to grab it out of the loo and twist it back on.
If you listen to this podcast while eating dinner, then we apologise. Also, let us know what you're eating down in the comments.
We love asking people what they're having for dinner. That's like one of our main questions on stream. Anyway,
those are the goof oopsies of the week. Which is lovely ones. Hopefully next week will be less related to oil spreading over the floor and toilet brushes. So Charlie, what next? Yes. Okay. Next point. So Pokemon,
you okay?
Yeah. Pokemon's important.
Yeah.
So before we bring Mr. Streams, surname Streams, on the podcast, we wanted to just go through each generation of Pokemon games and just
talk about each of them.
Just talk about them, because I have a collection of games
Yeah, Chris
Here.
decided to get all of his Pokemon memorabilia and games together in front of him for this episode, even though
This
you
is-
can't
this
see
is
it if you're
important.
watching. If you're
And
listening,
just stuff
obviously
as
you
well.
can't see it, but he's got a lot of games. He's got a lot of plushies. He's got a lot of Pokemon cards. He's got a lot of, odd bits and bobs. He's even got a couple of my plushies there that I didn't really have space to bring over to France with me.
Is your plushies?
If you're currently
yeah,
not
the
looking at
game's
the
all
video, I
here.
recommend looking at the video. Look at him.
It's not a problem. It's not an obsession, and I would ask you to stop.
Mom, it's not a phase, it's an obsession.
It's not a phase. It's a bigger issue. Okay, so how many generations of Pokemon are there?
Oh
There
gosh,
are
there's 8 at the moment? Yeah.
And 9's just been announced, which a teaser
Mhm.
for in about 20 minutes.
If you haven't already seen the direct, which if you haven't, oh my gosh, go watch that before we discuss it later.
Yes, you better. But we're going to be starting by Generation 1.
Mhm.
Any thoughts on Generation 1, Charlie?
What
Most
Generation 1
loved by
games?
Game Freak?
What Generation 1 games have you played? Or rather, what Kanto games have you played?
What Kanto games have I played?
Mhm.
So for Generation 1, we have I have my 2 Pokemon games, Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Red. And then I have Stadium, Snap, and Pinball, which came out at the same time.
Mhm.
I
said focus on the main series games.
Yeah, but these are more fun. So which was your Gen 1, Charlie?
The
What was your
ones
Gen 1?
in Kanto that I've played. I've played Blue on the Virtual Console when that came out on the 3DS. And I've played Let's Go Pikachu, which I really, really loved. I did a lot of shiny hunting in Let's Go Pikachu, actually. Not as
That's
much
'cause it
as
was
in some other
incredibly
games,
simple.
but yeah. Oh, well now I feel bad.
I played Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and I don't own it, but I borrowed it from Vlad. Also, hi Vlad. But yeah, so I started Pokemon Yellow, which was a bit of a weird one because you had to use Pikachu and it was really annoying.
Yeah.
And then I bought this Pokemon Red at a car boot, so it's
Oh, nice.
I find Gen 1 gets too much love, the Pokemon company,
Yeah.
because they've been released so many times. Because obviously you had Pokemon Red and Blue, Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Probably another one I'm missing. That game has been really. Also, do you realize most of the Galarian and Alolan and Mega Evolutions are all Gen 1?
Yeah. I did know that. Yeah.
Do you have any fun kind of attachments or stories about Gen 1, Charlie?
I can remember some of the team members that I've used. I remember being very good at, if you will, doing the dailies that you can do in Let's Go Pikachu, because there were some things that you could do every day, like battle green every day, and go around and get specific items that respawn every day. I was very good at doing that. What's your favorite starter from Gen 1?
Charmander, obviously. Where's Charmander's behind you? The Squirtle's there, but
I have all 3 of the Kanto starters as plushies.
Yeah, you can see in the background. There's Charmander there, and I don't know where he is.
He's just kind of hiding over here.
Also
yeah,
Mew.
Squirtle's my favorite. Squirtle's my favorite. So I had a lot of fun using Blastoise. I also really like Ninetales. I don't think I've used it as much, but Ninetales is just gorgeous. Gorgeous, darling. One Gen 1 Pokemon that I personally really like that gets a lot of bad rap and that I've used in a lot of my Kanto playthroughs is Parasect. It holds a special place in my heart, but people don't like it and it upsets me. I think it's a
Parasect's
good
kind of different, yeah.
typing, and if you use it right, it can be used really well.
It's a very creepy Pokemon as well.
Yeah, design-wise, it's a bit odd, but
Isn't
like
that in Parasect the actual Pokemon is the mushroom, actual insect?
yeah, because it's a parasite.
Yeah. So the actual Pokemon
I'm only just realizing this now.
in design form, Parasect is a dead bug with a mushroom on top.
Yeah, but it's a good Pokemon.
With white eyes, because they've been sucked of all life.
Oh.
But But no, Gen 1
Any
holds a
that
place
you
in
want to
my
talk
heart.
about?
Any Pokemon I want to talk about, or anything.
I mean,
So-
whatever you want, really.
I mean, anything. I think it needs to be respected that Gen 1, obviously has the beginning of the Pokemon anime, which was, my childhood.
Okay.
Long live Ash. He was
Also, side note,
of
today
course the best character.
we have been talking about Pokemon a bit today, obviously, in the lead up of this, and Chris kept
No.
calling him Ash Ketchum.
Ash Ketchup.
Okay,
Ash tomato
you may
sauce.
continue.
My favorite German Pokemon, I think, is Cypher. Cypher is so cool.
Yeah,
It's
I'll give you that.
it's a bug. It's a bug with scythes for hands. What's
That's
not
cool.
to love?
Yeah.
Also, in a generation where the type advantages was absolutely broken because Dark type didn't exist, so Alakazam P.
Mm.
Having a good bug type was the most necessary.
Which is why I like Parasect.
Parasect mushroom.
Yeah, but everyone loves Cypher too much. Okay,
Let us know
that's
down in the comments if your hashtag
that's my
Parasect
hot
gang.
take.
Or,
Okay.
let us know in the comments if your hashtag Parasect gang or hashtag Cypher.
What
Cool.
else? Should we move on to Gen 2? What does that say about Gen 2? I
Yeah.
feel like it's the generation I've interacted with the least.
You say that, but I also think it's one of the.
It's one of the
I
what?
never played. I think it's the one I've played the most
Hmm.
because I've never played Ruby or Sapphire, but obviously I've played a lot of Alpha Sapphire
Love.
and Omega Ruby.
Love.
Is that Gen 2? No.
No.
Yes, Gen 2's gold. Gen 2's gold. Gen 2's this one. I'm sorry, what? Gen 2, gold and silver. I've never played Heart Gold and Heart Silver. Soul Silver. But I heard they were good. But yeah, I played Pokemon Gold. I never finished Pokemon Gold. Because I got to a point where I think you need to wake up Snorlax with the Pokeflute. And I was a dumb kid and had no idea how that worked. So I gave
I
up.
thought that was just in the first game. I can't remember if they did that in Gen 2.
I'm pretty sure it was in Gen 2 as well.
I don't
No.
remember. I
You're so
never
professional.
actually finished Gen 2. Because again, I had I think I had Silver. Yeah, I had Silver on the Virtual Console as well. And I got most of the way through it. And then for some reason my copy of the game bugged out and it like lost all my
Oh.
save data or something like that. I can't remember exactly. Either that or it just wouldn't load up. I can't remember. But it broke on me and so I never got to finish it. I can't even remember what point I got up to. But I'd played a good like maybe 3/4 of the main plot, you know? So I was devastated.
Travesty.
Indeed.
But yeah. Pokemon Gold and Silver were decent. What I always found funny about 2 was that the Gen 2 games included the entirety of the Gen 1 games.
Yeah, yeah.
So this cartridge is probably one of the most overpowered Game Boy cartridges because it has the whole of Pokemon Gold, and then once you beat the game, it has the whole of Pokemon Red or Blue or whatever in it. Insane.
I feel like I've seen a video about how they did that. And I can't remember how, but it was some sort of really clever way that they decided to do it. I don't know.
Because yeah, I don't understand how they had enough space on the cartridge for the assets and stuff.
I don't know.
I have to look into it.
Mm.
But yeah, so and then I know Heart Gold and Soul Silver was very loved by people, but I never played it. So yay!
Let's see. Are there any
Any
Pokemon
fun-
that we want to? Oh my gosh! My favorite Pokemon is from Gen 2.
Your favorite Pokemon?
Yeah,
Bidoof.
you're unbelievable.
Yeah, I know.
Come on,
Let's go
Chris.
Pokemon, Johnny.
You know what my favorite Pokemon is. Come on.
Umbreon.
Yeah, Umbreon. Should we talk
Gen 3,
about?
Johnny.
Yeah, Gen 3. What have you
Gen
played?
3.
You go first.
I never played the original games, but I played Alpha Sapphire, and obviously I'm currently running through Omega Ruby
Yeah, on stream.
on the Twitchies. Link down below. I played a lot of
The
it.
Twitchies.
The Twitchies. Hashtag Twitchy gang. If you're
Okay. What's your starter?
So Charlie,
What's your go-to starter
starter.
for Gen 3?
Obviously, it's Blaziken.
Mm.
It's a bird that kicks people.
Wow.
That's its whole design. Also fire.
Okay, I'll give you that. Solid argument. Solid argument.
What is your
My Gen 3 one.
your Gen 3 starter?
So I think I've tried with all three of them. And I like Blaziken the most as like its final evolution, but Mudkip. I heard you like Mudkip. I heard you like Mudkip.
I mean, it's not Blaziken. It's not Blaziken. So
I said I like Blaziken as well. But yeah, Mudkip was the first one I did in a Gen 3 game. I'm trying to remember when I played that. I think I basically stole my brother's copy of Ruby, and that's how I played it.
So Ruby and Sapphire were one of the later ones in the life of the Game Boy. So I think they were a Game Boy Advance game.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Yeah.
Am I wrong on this? So you can definitely tell there was a leap in like graphical quality.
Well,
And
I mean, yeah, it's in color. Oh wait, no,
the
Gen 2 games are in color as well, just not as
because they came out on the Game Boy Color.
just not as vividly.
But no, the Ruby and Sapphire looked good. So respect to that.
I agree.
They still look good nowadays. But yeah, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I heard no, that's the wrong generation. Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby were great. They were the perfect remakes, and the best shiny hunting games.
I've never played either of them.
I have over 500 hours of playtime on both of them.
Gosh. Excellent.
But apart from that, I can't remember much about Ruby and Sapphire. Pokemon Colosseum, obviously, came out as the Ruby and Sapphire game. I'm guessing because there's Kyogre Groudon on it.
And Chris loves Colosseum.
If you never played this game, I've completed it probably about 30 times, to be honest.
He loves it.
Go play it. Get an emulator. Download Dolphin. Download the Pokemon Colosseum one. Play it. For legal reasons, Geek Games UK doesn't endorse emulators, but also, if you don't have the game, go download it. Pokemon Colosseum is amazing.
Okay. Next generation?
This
Gen
is probably
4?
the biggest one, because this is when both of us were at an age where we actually could, remember things.
It was my first Pokemon game. Pearl was my first Pokemon game. I got it when I was, I want to say like 7 or 8 for Christmas. Me and my brother got Diamond and Pearl at the same time. He got Diamond, I got Pearl. Because it was him that got me into Pokemon in the first place. Like, a lot of the nerdy things in my life, and he's no longer into them, but I am.
Yeah, Diamond and Pearl will always have a special place in my heart. I couldn't find my copies of it. The only one I have is my Brilliant Diamond copy. But I played Diamond first. My cousin and I used to play together. He had Pearl. We lived in different countries, but whenever I'd come visit him, we would just play Pokemon the whole time. It was amazing.
Oh.
But yeah, Diamond. I played that game to death on my DS Lite. And then I played Platinum afterwards, which arguably is a much better game.
I really want to play Platinum the whole way through. I've played a little bit of it because
You did the Nuzlocke.
Yeah, I failed hard on that Nuzlocke. Yeah, but I like it. It's such. I've seen playthroughs of it as well. I know that it's just a really sort of refined version and upgraded version of which I know that all of the third games of each generation are, but like Platinum is like the prime example of it, because they added some really cool stuff to it.
I find it a massive shame that Pokemon didn't. So with the remakes, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I'm just dropping things on the floor. Part of me wishes that they had not released them and instead just released one game, being Platinum. Because I don't think they needed to be 2 games. And also Platinum is just a better game. So if they had just released, I don't know, Scintillating Platinum or whatever.
What's the hell of a
That
name?
would be what it's called. Let's be honest. Or polished platinum. Polished platinum. Okay, that's what it would be. If they had just released polished platinum, I would have been really hyped. Have
Polished
you played much of
platinum.
the Have you played much of the remakes? Because I know we both own them.
I managed to get as far as Canalave City. I haven't got any further than that because I've got a bunch of other Pokemon games that I want to be playing at the moment, and I also don't have time to play any of those because I'm busy with work. My gripe with the recent remakes for Gen 4 is just that they're too one-to-one. And it just is like they didn't change anything, they didn't add anything, they just went, yep, this is the game, but 3D. You're welcome.
The thing with that though is that I'm pretty sure we were all saying before they came out that what we wanted was a 1-to-1 remake of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
Really?
Yeah,
I would disagree.
Everyone was like, we want the games just to come out again. And then they're like, okay. And then we're like, we don't like this.
Oh, jeez. I mean, they did change like how the contests work a bit, and they changed how the underground works a bit. Like they have those rooms full of Pokemon now that chase after you every 5 seconds.
How much of the underground did you do back in your Pokemon?
Oh, it was my favorite bit. It was my favorite bit.
It was.
Like I delayed continuing the game because I was just so obsessed with going into the underground and tapping away at anything I could find.
The amount of underground content I played is insane.
Oh, one sad thing about the underground in the remakes is that the dens, the like secret rooms or whatever they aren't as cool as they used to be because you don't have all the different furniture now. It's just statues. And it's kind of sad.
You used to be customize it so much. It was insane.
I still love the underground. I still love it.
The underground used to be amazing. I need to play with it in Diamond and actually like go through it properly. It was a good game, but I think the Diamond and Pearl era was definitely the era we got the most into Pokemon, right? Because we're the Diamond generation, with the Diamond and Pearl generation for sure. So
we're Gen 4 babies.
I was obsessed with Pokemon back when Diamond and Pearl came out. So obviously I played Diamond, I played Platinum. I played a lot of the spin-off games like Pokemon Ranger and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. The amount of games that they released about the era was insane.
I love Pokemon Mystery Dungeon so much. I cry. That story made me cry. I cried at that game.
Oh, that's really wholesome. I own the remake for Mystery Dungeon, and I've hardly ever played it.
Same.
Most of the games I own.
Because I borrowed it off
you.
I borrowed it off you, and I was like, yeah, I'll get through it, unlike Chris, and I didn't. Yeah.
But no, that was definitely a lot of fun. Obviously, the Pokemon was in full force back then, so you had like the Pokemon TV show again was amazing. The anime with Dawn, I had kind of a childhood crush on Dawn, but you know, yeah. It was like it was a good time to be a kid when in the early 2010s, was it? I think I was 10 when I got the game.
Diamond and Pearl came out in like 2007.
Okay, so I was 7 when I got the game.
Yeah. Okay, we've talked a lot about Gen 4. Should we move on?
So, well, I think we're gonna be blazing through the next ones because I have incredibly little attachment to the following games.
Same.
Pokemon White and Pokemon White 2. Black and Black 2.
Black and White. One thing I want to say
White and White 2.
One thing to say that I want to say that's quite funny about Gen 5 for me, because Pearl was my first game, and you know how in Gen 5 they decided to completely go afresh with which Pokemon were in it. Yeah, like they did a completely new set. I thought they did that with every new Pokemon game. Because that was the only experience I'd had of it.
I think Gen 5, yeah. Was Gen 5 the last one where they did a fresh new set? Because I think 1, 2, 3, and 4. No, I think the first 5 gens were new sets, and I think after Gen 5 they started mixing. No. I mean, Gen 4 was only Gen 4 Pokemon.
No.
Same for Gen 3, same for Gen 2. Yeah, it was.
No, you could not be further from the truth. Love.
What do you mean?
I mean, come on, you can catch like a Pikachu in loads of those games. You can catch a Zubat, a Geodude, a I don't know.
Zubat and Geodude are both Gen 4.
No,
No, they're not.
they are not. You are
Gen 1.
really goofing up your Pokemon knowledge today, my love.
Oh no.
But yeah, because they would always have Pokemon from the previous generations in every generation up to Gen 4, and then Gen 5 they redid it over again. And so I thought that was how it was for each new generation because I started at Generation 4. And so I was really surprised to find out when that wasn't the case when I went back to play some of the older games.
I still think that Gen 2 and Gen 1 were separate.
Nope.
No?
No.
Okay, never mind. But I know that at the very least they had a whole set of new Pokemon every generation until Gen 5, and after Gen 5 they got lazy, where they were like they gave up on 150 Pokemon gens and there was more like 60 Pokemon gens.
No, it was just that Gen 6 was particularly small. Yeah. I don't know why.
Okay.
It just was.
But yeah, Gen 5 to me was...
Everyone in the comments, please blast Chris for being so incorrect today. Do you want to say anything about Gen 5 before we...
Yeah, White and White 2 is the ones I played. They were... Okay, so first and foremost, it's worth saying, are they the only gen where they had two games? As in two mainline titles?
Yeah. What's interesting about it is they didn't... the extra ones. Like, there wasn't a third game, there was a third and fourth.
Yeah,
and
there was a sequel.
It wasn't just... Yeah, it was a sequel. It wasn't a remake or a retelling. It was a sequel.
Yeah. Not in the same way that's... Not in... completely different from how Sun and Ultra Sun work, for example, where they're basically the same game.
Yeah.
Here they can be different. But they were good. I mean, it was the first ever... Or quote unquote the only Pokemon game where they put an effort into the story. Like,
I loved the story of
intense.
it.
It did get a little bit weird though, like especially the sequels, White 2 and Black 2. The whole splicing with Kyurem was such a weird concept.
I don't know.
Pokemon fusion is what they tried to put in there. It was so strange.
That was strange.
Like Kyurem is still a weird Pokemon, but I love those games. They were good.
They had style.
They were very solid games. Yeah.
They looked great.
But no, those are fun. I enjoy those. Zekrom and Reshiram are pretty cool. Like freaking Reshiram and his fill his tail with fire and then spit out his mouth was such a cool move. Fire Blitz, I think it was what I used to do.
No idea. One thing I really liked about it, on the note of the story stuff, is it's the first game where the gym leaders actually did something other than be gym leaders. Like, I loved that little I don't know, movie-esque coming together near the end of that, where they just all sort of walk in and they go to Team Plasma. No.
What even was Team Plasma's motive? I never understood Team Plasma.
I can't remember.
Like, Gen 5, as much as the story was
they
great,
wanted to, free Pokemon from their owners.
As much as the story in Gen 5 was great, it was also the most convoluted plotline. Like, the whole end being the chosen one, and then some sort of weird culty royalty of Gagus or whatever his name was, and it was a whole thing. It wasn't just, hey, I'm a 10-year-old, let me get some Pokemon. But that was fun. That was great.
Deep.
Shall we move on to the Gen 6, the first 3D gen?
The Honhongen.
The Honhongen!
I don't have many memories of it. I have Pokemon X, but it was alright, I guess.
I have Pokemon Why Bother.
Yveltal.
Evital,
Making Strudel.
I never learned how to actually pronounce their names.
Yveltal and Xerneas. But I like to call him Yveltal.
I always called it Yvital. Yvital and Xerneas.
Oh dear.
But no, Gen 6. There's a lot of hype when Gen 6 came out because the trailers. Let's keep in mind the jump in visual. This is the first 3DS Pokemon. So the jump in visual quality, obviously, from Pokemon White 2 to Pokemon X was insane. And I remember because we were all freaking out when it came out, being like, it's the first 3D Pokemon game. Pokemon Colosseum came out years before. Okay, this game's full in 3D. But no, I liked Pokemon Y. I can hardly remember it.
Wow,
apart
you're
from it
really
being
backing up
French
your argument here.
and being able to get a haircut. But it was fun. It was a good one.
I think one thing I remember really distinctly that I really liked about it was the oh my gosh, what am I talking about? The palace there that's supposed to be like the Palace of Versailles. I really liked that area. I
remember that I played. It's also the first Pokemon game where I played a demo of it before it came out. Because I used to go to the Paris Games Week in Paris basically every year.
There were demos.
Paris Games Week being the biggest convention outside of Japan. Biggest gaming convention outside of Japan. And I used to go there every year, and I remember there was one year which was when XMI came out, and I think it came out at the same time as the 2DS because they had the 2DS on display.
I had a 2DS
with the games demo. I had 2DS, but it's broken.
Oh.
So I played a demo of it, and I thought it was amazing. But yeah, there were two Mewtwo's, and they were pretty cool. There was the weird floaty one, and then there was the big muscle dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One Pokemon that I really like from Gen 6, and I still like, and I think is really interesting, is Inkay and Malamar. And I'm going to pretend like I didn't just have to look up their names. But I thought the evolution process for that was really hilarious. Because you have to flip your DS upside down. It's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, you have to just take your 3DS and be like, evolve! Also,
Dark Psychic is a cool typing. It's cool.
Yeah. Malamar was cool.
Yeah.
I heard that the anime of Pokemon XY was also really good. I never watched it personally, but I heard it's like top tier. Also, do you like my new 3DS XL, the best 3DS that exists?
Wow.
It had the weird random joystick.
Okay. Gen 7?
Yeah. I mean,
love Gen 7 so much.
Oh, you love Gen 7?
Yeah, I do. Do you want... I feel like you've got a hot take for this, so do you want to go first?
I can hardly remember it. The whole generation I can hardly remember existing.
Oh.
I do have the steelbook though. Look at the steelbook.
That is cool.
So I think you have more opinions on Gen 7 than I do, so go ahead.
This was the game that got me back into Pokemon. This was the game that got me back into Pokemon. Because I don't know, it's... Because obviously I liked Pokemon as a kid, and then I went away from it. And then I think Gen 7 was the first game where I properly got back into it and got really hyped for the trailers and everything. And I remember getting it as like a present for my birthday or for Christmas or whatever, because Pokemon games tend to come out around the time of my birthday anyway. It's great. And I remember playing the hell out of it and doing all of the extra stuff, and I loved the design of it, of everything, of how everything was styled. And I loved I did so much shiny hunting in that game. So much.
That's because it was a very solid shiny hunting game.
And I also liked the trials. The trials are cool. Also, Rockruff is adorable.
Yeah, I think I need to go through and play Sun and Moon again, because I don't think I appreciate just how good it is.
It really is. I love it so much.
It changed up the formula and made it just more interesting. And I think it was just a really fun game. Also, I think the one memory I always have of Sun and Moon was when you first open the game. And I don't know what it is. You might have to play it for a few seconds here in the background. But the theme music when you open the game is amazing. I remember vibing to it so hard. I'm going to find a listen to after this, but hopefully Charlie's playing it for future Charlie's playing it for a few seconds.
I don't know that I will.
but if she is, then it's very hype.
What I remember is
what
I remember is the professor that never wore a damn shirt.
He was Chad.
What was his name? Kukui?
He was the Pokey Chad. His name's Pokey Chad. There were two professors, wasn't there? Wasn't there the Kukui and then there was Old Lady? Wasn't that Old Lady? I don't know.
No idea.
There was something to do with that. Oh no, it was in Sword and Shield where there were multiple professors, I believe. But no, Sun and Moon was top tier. I liked it. I can hardly remember, but I also remember enjoying it. I remember the story being decent.
Yeah, the story was
Um,
really good. I really liked the character of Lily and her brother, whose name I can't
Lily was
remember the
cool.
name of.
Oh, Edgelord.
Yeah, the
Was
one
it
that always
Edgelord?
like did
Gallade?
this.
It's not Gallade, it's not a Pokemon Gallade, but
No.
it's the guy who had the type
So
0,
who had
type
type
null or
null?
whatever.
Mhm.
He was such a weird Pokemon. What did type null evolve into? Type
Oh no, I can't.
1?
Let me have a quick look. I've got the Pokedex open here. Oh my gosh, what did it evolve into? Silvally.
Pokemon.
Silvally.
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 Still mountain more like.
Oh my gosh, stop.
Gen 7's Pokemon designs, I'd say, were much better in my opinion than Gen 6.
Yeah, I'll agree
As in,
with you.
there wasn't a key Pokemon, but it was like there was fake Pikachu, which was pretty cool. Mimikyu, he was cool. Rowlet is still one of my favorite starters. Like, let's be honest. Like, but let's be honest. Whatever the third evolution is of
Decidueye.
Rowlet, Decidueye, is such a cool Pokemon. It's Robin Hood, but like a ghost bird. It's so cool. He's got a freaking bow and arrow.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh my gosh, do you
coolest.
remember Z moves?
No, I don't. But they were cool.
The gimmicks from each game.
I remember when
Yeah,
I
weird.
had the Z when I used to launch a Z move. Future Chris would be embarrassed saying this. Past Chris would be embarrassed saying this, but I used to do the actions. I used to be like ha 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 yeah.
That's both concerning and adorable.
It was great.
Okay. And last but
yeah.
not least, Gen 8. And I feel like neither of us have much to say about that.
Yeah, Gen 8, I played it on a weekend and didn't touch it since. I think that was about my
I
experience with
finished
Gen
the
8.
story and then I kind of left it. I got the DLC and I was like, yeah, I'll play it. And I played like 20 minutes of it and gave up. I wasn't that into it. And it's such a shame because that's the one that was based on the UK. And so I was like excited for it because it was like, oh, it'll be familiar, but no.
Yeah, it was a solid game. It just, it
kind of went under the radar for me a bit.
Yeah, I mean, so I finished it, but I think it was so short and so easy that I finished it in like a weekend when it came out, and then I didn't really go back to it.
Yeah.
It was okay. It wasn't a Pokemon Sun and Moon.
No.
Pokemon Scarlet and Purple.
Violet.
They look cool though.
Yeah, they do.
They look really cool. And I think this is good. So unless you have anything else to say, I think us saying how great Scarlet and Violet look is a smooth transition into a future quiz and future Charlie with future guest.
Yeah. Are you guys ready?
So ready. Okay, so
I'm covered in my own merch. Of course, I'm ready.
it will be. Do you wanna introduce our guest, Charlie, or shall I introduce our guest? Do you wanna
yeah, I'm happy to. So, this below us right here, on that side, I don't know which way I'm pointing, is Mr. WattStreamz. Would you like to quickly tell us a little bit about, briefly in 2 sentences, about who you are, what you do? Go for it.
What a good stuff.
Well, currently I haven't streamed in 2 weeks, but what is up, everyone? I've got to do that. I'm contracted to do that. No, I am a content creator. Content creator. I've been on the internet for since 2013 with this persona. I swapped to Twitch a couple of years ago, and I am a founding member of the OnlyHams.
Of which there is a logo on screen because Watt insisted that we had that.
Look, I've got to represent both brands. It's how it goes. And
Okay.
I fully not to put this onto you, but if you invite any of the other ones, you push them. You pushed them for ham branding.
Well, we'll see. Okay. What? So that anyone listening, if they don't know you by some weird coincidence, so they can get to know you a bit better, I've got some quick fire interview questions for you.
Excellent. Let's go.
Are you ready?
You in 13 years. I've had
Okay.
the same job for 11. I've had the same job for 12 years. This is gonna be fun.
All right. Ready? What is your favorite color?
Yellow.
Oh, that was obvious.
Actually, no. Tell her I know it's cyan. It's cyan. quick. You said quick. Cyan is
It's
actually
very
my favorite
specific.
color.
Cats or dogs?
Specifically Minecraft concrete cyan. Neither.
Neither. That's a surprise. A different animal?
I'm not an animal person. If you're getting into pets and stuff,
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Next question. If you could eat just one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Quesadillas.
Sorry?
Quesadillas.
Quesadillas. Ooh.
Quesadillas.
I
Have
don't
you
know
ever
if
had
I've
quesadillas, Charlie?
No. But are they like where you put two tortillas together with stuff in the middle and you pizza cut it?
It's a Mexican grilled cheese sandwich,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's basically a pan fried tortilla sandwich.
Pretty solid, mate. Pretty solid.
So what the food I want to eat for the rest of my life is a fancy sandwich.
Yeah, but it's good. Okay.
Is a pizza not just a fancy deconstructed sandwich?
I don't know about deconstructed. Anyway.
Well, it's bread on the
My
bottom.
mind is blown.
Anyway, 3 words to describe you.
Gregarious, energetic. Gregarious, energetic. I can't say loud because that's what gregarious is.
I was about to ask. I
I
mean, you can. It would have double emphasis then.
Gregarious, energetic, and just connected, I guess. I'm always switched on.
Nice.
Hmm.
What would you receive an Olympic medal for?
Minecraft advancement race, no.
I mean...
Round 2 will happen one day, I swear.
Olympic medal? I don't know. I'll go with the real one because I used to play rugby, so I guess rugby sevens is an actually an Olympic sport. So I'd be as a part of a team.
Okay,
Probably put it off.
The last and most important question: Team Chris or Team Charlie?
Charlie.
Okay, I'm definitely going to keep a tally of this with guests.
I can go into why if you want, but I might just I might have Chris's hands down there.
Don't worry.
Go on if you want to put me on blast. Put me on blast. It's okay.
Chris gets put on blast all the time. We need to give him a break. Okay, lovely stuff. Chris, what are we talking about in this half of the podcast? Hit us with it.
We're talking about inside the person. Yeah. Okay. So as we know, it's the Pokemon stream this week, which is why we have Mr. Watt, Pokemon expert, with us today. Even though it's a bit late for us, the latest news was the Pokemon Direct. So I thought we would just go over that a little bit.
Yeah, how long ago was that? Like almost 2 weeks?
A while ago, but we planned
as of time of recording.
Yeah. It is, for those watching at home, it is currently the 10th of March. And when was the Pokemon Direct?
Oh, it's Mario
28th?
28th of March, was it?
February.
February, yes.
It hasn't been the 28th of March yet. Oh my god.
So the Pokemon Direct happened. There's been announcements. Gen 9 has been announced. So we thought we would just start off by just going through what our thoughts are for what went down.
What were your thoughts on it? Why don't you take the floor first?
I'm incredibly surprised we got it. We got a Gen 9 announcement before Pokemon Home support for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl.
Wait, what do you mean?
So Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl currently cannot do anything with anything else. Because I'm pretty sure when I loaded my Pokemon Home the other day, it didn't have it as an option.
Huh.
So you can't transfer. Like, we got Gen 9 before they're done with that. Obviously, we got the Shaming Gift event as well. Through Coco is Bay, is all I'm saying. Yeah, but no, I think it's what we get an Iberian region.
Yeah, it definitely looked kind of Hispanic. The house that you see the main character running to reminds me a lot of Casita from Encanto.
Yeah. Like, people are gonna say it's Spain. I think it's more Iberia. I think we're gonna get Portuguese influence in it. I think there's gonna be a lot of South American in it because it is basically gonna be a Latina.
Well, yeah,
region.
This is what I'm saying, like Encanto, because Encanto is based in Colombia.
Yeah, I reckon we'll get a lot of controversial kind of stuff. Well, not even controversial, but Spain, Portugal did claim to own half of the Americas at one point. I think you're looking at a region that's going to have a lot of that influence to it, and the theories around the starters. I'm currently vying for fairy, grass fairy, fire dragon, water steel as a trio.
Okay. Oh, it's like the fully evolved ones, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So basically, the logic is based that basically it would be in theory a perfect trio because they all have interactions with each other.
Yeah. Because a lot of the other starter trios have had something similar.
Not really, actually.
Really?
No, the only one that did it was the only one I think Gen 6 did it with fire psychic, water dark, grass fighting.
Huh. Because
Yeah,
I've always
maybe-
noticed the circularity of other gens, like in Gen 4 where you
No,
have...
because Gen 4 is horrible for it. Because Empoleon being water steel means that Infernape gets fighting against it. It doesn't continue the triangle. It counteracts
Oh
it.
no, because then and other way
And Torterra
around.
becomes doubly strong
Torterra
against
can
Infernape.
then do the thing against
Yeah.
Empoleon because ground on the steel.
And also ground on fire.
Yes.
So
Empoleon was cheated in any case.
yeah, but I'm vying for that, and basically my logic behind that is there's like myth in Spain and I think Brazil. There's a mythical beast called Coco or something like that, which is some kind of alligator dragon thing.
Oh,
Okay.
And then because Quaxley is like meant to be linked to the
Wait,
Don
do we have
Quixote?
names for them already?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Quaxley, Free Coco, and Sprigga.
Whoa, I didn't know about this. Okay.
Yeah, and then like Quaxley, because it's got the X in it, people are predicting it's going to be the Don Quixote. It's based on the kind of that novel, which is basically deemed one of the first novels of the world. And so we're looking at obviously conquistadors or pirates, or because obviously Columbus was from there and sailors, and so water steel makes sense if we get a pirate duck. And then fairy just
I have it like wielding a sword.
yeah, fairy then just fills in the triangle, which is why. And plus
the cat.
I don't know if this is PG, but the weed cat just looks like it's going to be fairy.
the high cat.
The CBD cat.
The Herby cat.
But yeah, no, I think the big thing that everyone wants is they want it to stay on 4 legs.
Oh, good lord! After what was it in Gen 7? Litten.
Yeah, well, Litten, Litten, Fennekin, Scorbunny was never on 4 legs.
I like Scorbunny.
Technically, Froakie went to 2 because Greninja does do the. I punted my mic.
Technically,
he's more like Schwa.
Yeah, but he can stand up and do the whole.
Oh yeah, okay.
If even Tepig was styled as 4 legs and end up as Embo.
I really don't like Embo.
Fire types cannot be 4-legged according to the Pokemon Company.
Well, that's because most of them are blooming fighting.
But yeah, no, I'm surprised we got it. I'm excited for it. I think they're going to take the good parts of Arceus. I think they're going to take the good parts of Sword and Shield. I think there's going to be some Let's Go influence in there as well. I just hope that they don't mess it. I hope the curve on it is fine. Like Arceus, like Sword and Shield is too easy. Arceus is too much of a grind in places. Like that's the reason. Like I kind of spoke. I haven't actually, as of time of recording, I haven't streamed in 2 weeks because basically I've lost my nut on an Arceus stream and just went, I need some time away.
Right. That's fair. Yeah.
Because
I haven't played it in a while either.
My issues with that game is that there is a horrible grind of Pokédex plus level grinding anyway. And then you introduce a boss fight mechanic that you don't use anything else for apart from the boss fights. Like realistically, as fun as it is to have the rolling dodge in that game, when do you ever use it?
Yeah.
Anyway, you asked me about Gen 9
a couple times, but I mean it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks cool, but it's weird.
Do you know what one of my gripes with the game is from the get-go? As someone who plays Final Fantasy a lot, I can't jump around everywhere. You can't jump, and it makes me sad. Like when you're just walking around, and I love just when I'm playing a game, I love just jumping around everywhere as I go along. I don't know why, and it's just
I think I've
mildly
often,
unsatisfying.
don't me get me wrong, I've definitely enjoyed it, but I think I've been streaming it alongside a Brilliant Diamond Nuzlocke, and having two vanilla Pokemon games on the go that are both grindy. I have no speed up because I'm not emulating them. There's just so, and I'm essentially, because I've played Shining Pearl to completion, I'm now Nuzlocking Diamond on stream like a month after doing that. It's just Gen 4. I could do randomizers every single week and never get bored. Which, you know, for reference to audience, my normal content is Pokemon randomizers.
Yeah.
Where you go through the game and everything's randomized in the game.
You make it go burr.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, so.
For lack of a better
Talking
word.
about the Gen 4 heavy side, this is a bit of a tangent, but I got
Pokemon.
Brilliant Diamond and Snap for Christmas, and I haven't played basically any of Brilliant Diamond because we talked about this in the first part. We thought it's a weird one because we obviously before it came out we were like we want a 1-to-1 recreation of Brilliant Diamond, but did you feel like it was too close? Like I felt that.
For clarity, when he says we, he doesn't mean us two specifically. Because my main gripe with the Gen 4 remakes is that they are so 1-to-1. Whereas, like, the Gen 3 remakes, for example, even though I'd never played them, I know for a fact that people like it because it had a bit of a spin on the original games.
Yeah, I think that's a problem with the fact that Game Freak didn't do it themselves. They outsourced it. Don't get me wrong, they are really nice looking games. They are I love the art style with them. They've sorted out the speed problem in it. With how Gen 4 was so slow. But I think it was Small Ant, just to quote just reference where I've got this from. I think it was Small Ant who basically said on a stream, which I've seen via a TikTok clip or whatever, is that the base code for Brilliant Diamond is lifted straight from Platinum. It is the same code.
That doesn't surprise me.
Seriously?
No, they basically took the Platinum code and went paint.
How though? Because that would have been a. Does it mean that it's made in the same engine?
Yes, and I think they've copied a lot. Chris, you're the game dev, not me.
Yeah,
but
I mean that's why he's asking.
I'm quoting another streamer's TikTok clip. Like it is identical. It is like identical written code to Platinum, basically. Whether they've rewritten it in the new engine or whatever, but it's basically. This NPC is in that spot because that's where they were in Platinum.
That's a bit of a weird one though. Is that like at the same time we wanted a Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake, so we wanted play the game again, but I feel like part of the issue with why it feels so samey and why it's like I didn't play much because I felt like I wasn't discovering anything new. It's because Diamond and Pearl Gen 4 specific is a game that a lot of people have played. Like in the same way where like Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, there was less of a player base because it was back on the Game Boy. Here, I guess it's still a bit too fresh in people's memories. Like everybody has played.
I don't know. I think my big comment when it came out was that I would be completely happy for the sake of getting the games onto Switch and not doing what they did with 3DS with Virtual Console. Give me a Kanto remake in that style. Give me a Johto remake in that style. Give me Hoenn in that style. Like, let me instead of going through the absolute trek of having to have 4 DSs or whatever to transfer up the generations. Just give me, like, if Ilka are the developers on it, if Ilka can knock that out so easily, give them Fire Red, give them Emerald, give them just for the sake of because I think the Switch is sticking around for a while, to be honest.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like I for the sake of not going down the 3DS route of a Virtual Console with Crystal and Red and Blue, which was, don't get me wrong, really nice to play.
Yeah.
But it's still, and I don't, whether I'm a bit biased because I play on emulators now and I have speed up and all this stuff where like I can hack in rare, I can hack in rare candies at chat's allowance and stuff like that, like to save some grinding, like, but just. I don't know. I'd take Kanto in that style any day of the week. Just like I've got no inherent issue with it. Like I've actually bought. Technically, I've bought the Gen 4 remakes now 3 times.
How so?
Why?
I feel like you're going to elaborate for us.
If you want me, so basically, I bought the dual pack. I bought the dual pack when it first got released. I pre-ordered it. I have the lovely metal case with the 2 game slots and all that kind of jazz.
I want that.
And I played Pearl. I played and basically I played and got to Cynthia the weekend it came out. I ran through Pearl. Lost to Cynthia first time out. Basically,
Ouch.
I just hadn't grinded. Basically, be honest, I think I like probably I hope a lot of people I look, oh wait, there's fairy type now. Garchomp lol. And then the boy poison jabs you, and you're like, okay. So anyway, but between me starting the Diamond Nuzlocke between me getting that far on Pearl and starting the Diamond Nuzlocke, which I've locked to streams, my girlfriend nicked my Pearl cartridge, basically. And despite her saying, I'll give it back, the claim was she only plays it when she's around me. Until the other night when she was playing it on her own and, sending me texts about asking me what to do. So I just went, I've got a spare. So I went and digital downloaded Pearl so I could finish it myself.
Also, you're mentioning remakes and give us Kanto in that version, or whatever. I might be unpopular in saying this, but I like the Let's Go games.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
you don't like Let's Go games.
You don't like
I own Let's Go Pikachu purely for the Mew. I did not have Let's Go until Brilliant Diamond came out. I bought it, loaded it up, picked a starter, and went or got given my starter, played to like the first gym, and just gone. And I'll have my Mew I'll have my Mew.
Of course. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Yeah, because
So the Pokemon Company has had.
What was it, a Mew and a Jirachi in Florida Town?
So the Pokemon Company's had about upwards of 300 quid off me this year.
Oh my gosh.
But I might stream the Let's Go game at some point for a complete laugh, just to absolutely bag on it. But
I haven't bought Arceus yet, but I'll only buy Arceus if I'm going to stream it. Is probably what I'm planning for as well.
I would definitely suggest playing Arceus in the build up to Gen 9 because I think we're going to see a lot of that.
Well, I mean, whenever me and my flatmate are done with it, you can borrow it, Chris.
And the capture card.
Go for it.
Okay,
I'm not
Charlie,
using it.
what was your next point that you wanted to discuss? Was there one?
I don't know. We went off on a huge tangent, but that's totally fine. We were talking about the Direct, weren't we?
Well, the Pokemon Presents is not Direct.
Pokemon Presents.
Oh my gosh! Wait, is it never been called out? Did that change?
Nintendo Direct, Pokemon Presents. They are.
I'm learning new things today.
The change wasn't that long ago. It feels like a year ago, isn't it? Like it used to be the Nintendo Pokemon Direct. That used to be a thing.
Oh no,
I don't know.
Anyway,
what else got announced, if anything?
There were.
We got Arceus free DLC, the Shaman stuff.
Oh yes.
One thing I will say is I've been playing Pokemon Cafe Remix on here for like the.
Good.
It's a Candy Crush with a Pokemon skin. Let's be honest. Like, I had the original one when I first got my Switch because it was free. It was a free download, but actually having it on mobile is a time killer. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I would definitely say get it on mobile, not on Switch. don't waste your Switch on that.
Okay, noted. It does look cute though, because I think Chris did kind of like the look of it when they announced it.
I don't play mobile games. So go for the list. There wasn't too much announced, but there's more minor things. So Pokemon Go Alola. So
yeah, which makes sense because I've noticed recently that there's been a lot of like marketing for Pokemon Go again. Like I keep getting adverts for it, and it's like, can you like calm down?
Do you have much experience with Pokemon Go? What?
So I played it a lot when it first came out, as did everyone. Those first that opening 2 months where I was meeting strangers up on the hills, because we're all there just spinning everything, like was absolutely fantastic. I've still got people on my Facebook that I met through Pokemon
Oh,
Go. I've
no
had no
way.
interaction with them ever since. But no, and then I realized, like, you know, this is killing my phone battery. I am it's just, so I uninstalled it.
It also
And
takes up a
then
huge amount of space. That's why I
yeah,
uninstalled it.
I uninstalled it, and then actually I got back into it during the pandemic, ironically.
Okay.
Basically because my girlfriend at the time lived on a Pokestop, and she played it all the time. Like, she was absolutely fantastic at it. Like, it had so much and was showing me, like, you'd just catch her sit there playing it. I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna get it, because it kind of came. She's an ex now, I should add. But it became a really simple date idea for when the fact we couldn't go anywhere, like not to docks, but like going down to like St Albans or whatever, because there's a massive park there where there's like 8 Pokestops, and it's a good walk, and there's loads of stuff around.
Yeah,
Or
a good way to get out and all
so
that.
yeah, it was
good reason.
really it was a really easy date, is what I would say.
Yeah.
And it worked well at the time, and I got really back into it. And then when that kind of ended, and I'm done again.
Yeah, that's fair.
But like, it's a fine game, and the people that are really into it are really, really good, because of my links to V4V and the Minecraft server stuff that I do, which also all kicked up during the pandemic. Phil, who runs that, is a massive Pokemon Go player, like, and into the PvP side of it. But like, so I was adding people as friends from America and from that, so I was getting all the different eggs. Cappy was an avid player of it because he used to travel a lot for work. And he's still got like a load of eggs from like Japan and stuff that he can gift, because he's got the. So I was getting a lot of different regions, and like, as someone who doesn't really care about shinies and stuff like that, but I think I was doing like the community days on it and getting shiny Ghastlies out of it, which I was evolving up to a Gengar. I got a shiny Bippin. No, Ampharos, that's his name. But yeah, no, so it was, that's like, I was thoroughly into Pokemon Go situational stuff, and have now decided just to leave it behind. If anything, every time I play Pokemon Go, it just drives me to play Pokemon again.
Yeah.
Like, after
the gateway
That's
drug.
fair.
that's the thing. After 2 months of Pokemon Go being out the first time, that's when I went and bought a 3DS, Gen 6, Gen 5, I went and cleaned up everything that I haven't played, because I stopped Gen 4, being the age that I was. Like, and that being said, being the age I was, I missed Gen 3. I'd never played Hoenn originally.
All right.
I played 1 and 2, Pokemon Colosseum, Pokemon Stadium, and then ducked out, got a DS, played Gen 4, and then noped out again. I was like, oh, I'm done now. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's what was kind of one of the aims of Pokemon Go, was to like both bring back the people that had the nostalgia for it, and also just as a nice a way to ease into Pokemon. Because like, obviously you had like all of these people that didn't really give a toss about Pokemon that were playing it, you know.
But then it's funny, because I remember, like, between like kind of washing my hands of Pokemon at the end of Gen 4 and Pokemon Go, I remember having an Android phone that I had Fire Red on when that was a thing. Like, I had like, you could do emulators on like Android phones. So I remember
I do remember that.
I remember sitting at college playing Pokemon Fire Red, and like, that's the first time I played Pokemon Emerald for the first time on a Motorola Razr. But you know, like, the Razr that was RAZR, so the smartphone smartphone one they released, like the last hurrah of the Razr. So,
oh dear.
Goodness. Was anything else announced, Charlie?
What else was announced? There was
Pokemon Unite stuff, which I don't play.
And Pokemon Masters. Those are the other 2 things. And then outside of that, it was the other than that, it was the stuff to do with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and then Scarlet and Violet, which we haven't actually mentioned the names of them so far. So, yeah, there we go.
Pokemon Purple. So Charlie, and what? Which starters are you going for? Charlie first.
Oh, I'm definitely going for. I can't remember their names, but definitely going for the cat one, which I feel like I've seen a lot of people are favoring the cat, because I love cats. I'm a cat person.
I don't know if you guys were present in it, but we did. Did you see the starter thing that was going around in the Ham Discord?
No,
No,
actually. No, I
So
didn't.
in the Pokemon channel, there was this image that I found via Facebook, which was of all the starters, and basically we did this entire thing where we went through shows and kind of thing. So I've just scrolled back up to find that in there, and I have marked down as going through Fuecoco. I'm going Fireboy because I'm
Oh, the
adamant
Fireboy,
he's
okay.
Fire Dragon.
Okay.
But what was interesting about that is Cappy actually spreadsheeted all the data in his pie charts and everything.
Somehow not surprising.
Like there's a graph of the most popular starter and everything. No one chose popular. No one.
Which one?
Poplio.
Oh, Poplio.
Poplio.
Oh, is it
Shelly loves Poplio.
Gen
I hate
7?
Poplio.
Turns into
Yeah,
Purina?
Poplio's awful.
I liked
Yeah.
Poplio.
It's the
That
worst
was
of the
my
gen.
You should have been in the data, Charlie. Like you would have saved it.
Poplio's awful.
Oh, I like Poplio. Anyway, Chris, what are you picking? What are your thoughts on the starters?
See, I'm not just saying this because you picked the others, but I was planning on going for Quaxley. The duck, Chad Duck is what I'm going to call it.
Right. Well, then I know where I'm coming for my breeding. You know, I know where like when I want the other starters, I know who I'm tapping up.
We
then.
have the trio here.
I'm hoping he does
Wonderful.
become he does turn into some sort of like a Don Quixote style.
Yeah, it's gonna be a conquistador. He's gonna be a conquistador.
He's-
I'm just imagining a
very proud
Farfetch'd with a sword.
Wait, that already happened.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
That's
but like
Surfetch'd.
as in a Surfetch'd with like a metal sword.
that's Surfetch'd
Like
again.
metal and...
Do you not know what
No.
Surfetch'd is?
He doesn't have a metal sword, though.
Oh, he has a leaf sword.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
hey.
Surfetch'd
Hey,
is a
Chris.
Farfetch'd with a sword.
Hey, Chris, did you hear about the big Pokemon leak?
And on that note,
And on that note,
Goodbye, everyone.
I think... but yes, that is where we are going to wrap it.
I have a fact.
What is
have
your
a fun
fact of the week?
Obviously, as all fun facts here from the Goof Games channel, don't go checking and saying that. Don't quote us on this. According to the internet, the heart of a blue whale, being the largest animal on Earth, is 5 feet long and weighs 400 pounds. That's
Oh my gosh,
that's a
isn't
fun
that
fact. for you.
like
5 feet for a heart.
the size of a human? Of a
No, a little
short
bit less.
human.
Humans tend to be about 6 foot.
I was
Yeah,
about-
so like whales have about
I don't know.
about one short human worth of a heart, and it weighs 400 pounds. There we
That
go.
is a fun fact.
Let that exist in your
Sink in.
mind.
Okay, and now, fellas, I present to you my meme of the week. If you would both check your DMs.
It's the top meme.
goodness.
It's the top meme.
Hot bands.
It's a very Pokemon meme. I'm assuming it's on screen right now for the people.
Yeah, yeah.
It's his.
What comes after
Oh,
N?
goodness.
Oh, then why have you written the King of Team Plasma?
I'm gonna time you. You have 1 minute to chill whatever you want.
What I'm gonna say is I haven't streamed in a while.
That's okay.
Starting now.
I haven't streamed in a while, but April 1st, 8 p.m. GMT, I am doing my third sleep lock, which is in Gen 5. We are going back to Black. Those of you that don't know, is Black is the only Nuzlocke round. I got absolutely murdered by a Mothim.
no.
So yeah, and sleep locks are fun. If you want to see a very delirious, sleepy version of me, that's where the fun.
That's right.
Twitch.tv/WattStreamz. Also, Team Charlie.
Yay!
Also,
You pushed it the wrong
also-
direction, but you know.
You still have 25 seconds. What's the only hams go?
Well, the only Hams is a joint Discord collaborative project between myself, Endercow, Viper7498, Catboy Cowboy, Yakuza Kitty. It's the greatest Discord on Earth.
Bold claims, bold
There will be no
claims.
links in the description. There will be no links in the description.
However,
in the description.
There will be links for all of Watt's stuff in the description for you if you want to
And
go
but
check
just-
him out.
On that note, Charlie,
Cool. That's all we have for this week.
thanks a lot for watching. I hope you have a spiffing week.
Yes, and we
Forward to watching
will
myself talk.
catch you on the flip flop.
Catch you on the flip flop.
Wonderful. Do you want to say it too, Watt?
Say the sentence.
I'll catch you on the sandal.
No, it's Legos.